Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm Nev from Knockoff Love. Today I want to check out these Montoy Super Rescue Mobile. They actually combine. Now, these are combiners that were from the Bayverse. I believe anyways. Check it out. They do combine and they have ball joints. Telling me that these are definitely not Generation 1s. I'm trying to identify exactly who these are, but when it comes to the Bayverse, it's really I don't know the Bayverse as much as I know G1. Same with all of my friends. We're more into G1. But I love me a knockoff, and it's harder to identify. It's harder for people to identify a Bayverse knockoff than like a Generation 1 or 2. Because Generation 1 and 2 was what we were after when we were kids, and not so much the people that love G1 and G2 love the Bayverse. Some people just hate the Bayverse flat out. But interesting, look at this packaging, look at the pictures. They actually designed with computers these characters. I think the box probably costs about half as much as the price of the actual unit to make. It's just really intriguing. It's super intriguing. Anyways, let's open these bad boys up. Now, of course, there's no transforming instructions, but at least they give you an idea by checking out the picture in the front. I'm going to call this guy chess piece because clearly he is going to be the chess piece. I'm going to see if I can't transform each of these guys. That could be difficult. Next up, I'm going to call this guy Little Hand Chop Chop. He came with a gun, but I have no idea where... Oh, wait, there it goes. Right in his butt. That's how he likes it. Little Chop Chop likes it in the behind. That's what I'm talking about. And check it out. Little Hand Chop Chop is what he's supposed to turn into. Looks like a Cybertronian vehicle of some sort, but I just can't get over how small and how cute these hands are. I can't get my mind bent around these Bayverse combiners, these Bayverse transformers. They just seem so cheap. I mean, then again, this is a dollar store rendition of them. I shouldn't judge the Bayverse based off these dollar store figures, but I have so little respect in Michael Bay's Transformers that I just immediately think this must be how they were immediately. Chop chop, let's check out this guy. I think I'm going to call this guy Derp because he does look just a little bit retarded. Doesn't look like anyone actually tried to get any paint on that face. They just kind of slapped a brush against it on the head, and that's what it ended up with. He's missing an eye, he's missing decoration of some sort, but interestingly enough, he does seem to have a kind of bastardized Decepticon logo right there. He definitely feels like he's the cheapest. The legs are definitely a little bit wiggly. I'm not sure if that's from the ball joint at all though. And there we have what it's supposed to be. Once again, if you know who these guys are knocked off of, I would really appreciate it if you leave something in the description, because I'm having a really hard time getting good information on Bayverse figures. Anyways, let's check out this fatty. He's looking pretty cool. This will look like a pretty easy transformation. Let's get him out of here and see what he looks like. Yeah, so this one I'm going to be calling Cybertronian Fatty Frankie, because he looks like he has a Punisher logo on his chest. Not too bad. I can shake him and the limbs don't rattle around. He's got a chain gun. I'd love to have a chain gun like that myself. And it looks like that's where he connects to be full power. Next, let's check out Carlos. Tall Carlos. That's what I'm going to be calling you. That's an interesting looking Cybertronian car. That's an interesting thing about the Bayverse figures too. They all look like Cybertronian whatever, whereas the Decepticons all just look like crazy Cybertronian things. Anyway, sorry, the G1 things, the G1 always looks like real cars and everything, but in the Bayverse everything looks Cybertronian is what I'm trying to get. Anyways, let's pop open Carlos. My buddy Carlos loves tacos. Anyways, everything's pretty firm. The plastic feels a bit flimsy, but it's not bendable. It's definitely breaky more than bendable. Not much of a paint job on Carlos. Oh, we got a little bit of paint, a little bit of bubbly on the paint. Now I'm going to take some time to ham-handedly molest these poor bastards to see if I can get them transformed, and then to see if I can get them transformed into their combiner mode. Join me. Okay, so that was just a little bit painful in two situations. These three, not too bad. This one, and this one. Well, you know, one of the little nuances about Transformers, you generally know what they're supposed to look like when they're transformed or when they're in their robot modes. These two, they're so Cybertronian that I really had to look up videos on how to transform them. There is actually one more video someone else did in French about these bots, these units. But this guy looks the same transformed as they would otherwise. I mean, why do they even have this bend and fold here? I guess I'm going to find out soon. I'm going to combine them next. But this one, why even bother? Why even bother? It's just, why even bother? It's transformed and its standard mode look pretty much exactly the same. Why even bother, bro? Anyways, now let's see if I can combine these bots. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once combined, this is what we get. It's pretty flimsy, though, of course, as you could imagine. As any cheapo bot might be. This one's, it's only the arm that comes off real quick. I seriously can't figure out the middle of it. And that's just a nuance of the Bay universe. I mean, it looks like a Cybertronian thing. That works, kinda, in theory. But unfortunately, flimsy as heck. But still, really cool for $7.50. I got my own combiner, even though it is a Bay Universe combiner. I'm not even sure. I think this is from Dark of the Moon. Oh, I broke it forever now. I think this is from Dark of the Moon and Fall of the Prime series. One or the other. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from me. Nevs from Knockoff Love. Like and subscribe if you like this stuff. Always appreciated. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, take care of each other. Have a good one, folks.